Chris! Still slaving away, huh? You done with those reports yet? Good evening, Randy. Yes, I just finished them now. I managed to get everything prepared for our client meeting tomorrow. Barely made it. For real? Damn, you actually pulled it off? That was a hell of a load, man. Respect. You do realize why there was so much, right? That mountain of paperwork was your responsibility, Randy. You left it all until the last possible moment and dumped it on me, then just walked out early like it wasn't your problem. Come on, don't be like that. I had pressing plans, you know? Couldn't be helped. But hey, I figured you'd be able to knock it out. You're the go-to guy around here, right? Besides, I heard the contract you landed with Gold and Company last month. Bigwigs upstairs are raving about it. You've got talent, man. Makes me proud as your boss. Don't flatter me, Randy. That's not the issue here. Stop procrastinating and dumping everything on me last minute. I'm serious. This can't keep happening. I won't keep covering for you. Wow, getting feisty tonight, aren't we? Still, it's kinda cute how loyal you are, even when you're clearly being used. You never stop, do ya? Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? Wanna know? I wasn't gonna say anything until tomorrow, but honestly, you just look so pitiful right now. Guess I'll throw you a bone. Take a wild guess who I'm hanging out with tonight, right now. What? I don't know, a client? Oh, close guess, but no, it's Stacy. What? Stacy? Wait, you mean my Stacy? Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner! Yup, your girlfriend! We're having a nice little night out. Just the two of us. Getting real close if you catch my drift. What the hell? Why would she be with you? What's going on here, Randy? Oh man, that reaction. Priceless! I've had my eye on her for a while now. Ever since you introduced her at that party, actually. Been laying the groundwork bit by bit. Flirting here, some smooth talk there. And now, well, she finally said she's ready to trade up. Said she was tired of dating some low-rank nobody. She wants someone who's going places. Me, baby! Newly promoted and all! You think I'm a nobody? I've worked my ass off for this company. You know how much I've done. Not just for the business, but for you. I've covered for your lazy ass time and time again. You can't seriously believe you've earned a promotion over me. Earned? Pfft, let's be real, Randy. You've been doing all the heavy lifting for months. Sales, client management, new contracts. But guess who's been reporting those results to the higher-ups? Me! Are you saying you took credit for my work? Took? Bro, don't be dramatic. It's just how things work around here. Bosses look good when the team succeeds. So yeah, I may have highlighted your wins as my own in some of the reports. No big deal. You win contracts, I win praise. Hell, you even made me look like a miracle worker. Thanks for that. You've got to be kidding me. All this time I thought I was building a solid track record. I thought I'd earned some respect. And you were just coasting behind me, stealing everything I did? You got it! And the best part? You're not just losing your credit or your girlfriend. You're losing your job, too! What the hell are you talking about? Man, you're gonna love this part. See, I've been in a little financial jam lately. Some gambling debts, small stuff, but it adds up. So I borrowed a few things, from the company. Some office supplies, a few fake dinner receipts, fudged some numbers on the expense report. Nothing huge, but enough to raise eyebrows. You what? That's embezzlement, Randy! Are you completely out of your mind? Relax, it's only embezzlement if you get caught, and I'm not the one getting caught. What did you do?
I told accounting it was you. Said you've been misusing company resources, skimming cash from reimbursements, stashing gear for side jobs. I gave them just enough evidence to back it up. They bought it too, hook, line, and sinker.
You set me up? Are you actually serious right now?
Look, I couldn't afford to let this tank my future, man. I'm about to be promoted. I'm dating your girlfriend. I'm not going down over some petty charges. And frankly, you've already served your purpose. You were a good footstool. Now I don't need you anymore.
You backstabbing son of a... You can't just ruin someone's life like this. You're destroying everything I've built. My career, my relationship, everything.
Cry harder, Chris. No one up top is gonna believe you. I've been feeding them the narrative for months. To them, you're a deadweight whiner who coasts behind the team. And I'm the rising star who brings in results. I even convinced them to review your performance file. Guess what's in there now?
Unbelievable! All those hours, the overtime, the late nights. You really threw me under the bus just to protect your own sorry hide?
Correction, I drove the bus, and then I backed it up for good measure. Don't take it personally, it's just business.
You're insane. You think I'm just gonna let this slide? I'll take this to HR. I'll show them everything. You won't get away with this.
Go ahead, they'll laugh you out of the office. You think some screenshots of this chat are gonna prove anything? Digital evidence is easy to fake, and the guy with the promotion, the charm, and the executive trust, that's me. They'll take my word over yours every single time.
You're playing with fire, Randy. People like you always think they're untouchable until they fall.
You're welcome to try, or option B, you take the fall like a good little scapegoat. They'll offer you voluntary resignation if you cooperate. Less humiliating than being dragged out for fraud, don't you think?
This is messed up. You're a thief, a liar, a snake. You took everything from me.
And I'll keep doing it too. The clients you brought in, they're mine now. The credit, mine. Stacy, also mine. Hell, I might even propose. Who knows?
You don't deserve a damn thing. One way or another, this ends.
Sure, tough guy. Tell it to someone who cares. Meanwhile, I've got another round with Stacy waiting. She says hi, by the way. Enjoy your last day tomorrow. Later, loser! Hey, Chris! Answer the damn call now!
Oh, hey, if it isn't my ex-boss, Randy. Looks like you tried calling me a few times. What's got you all worked up?
You're damn right I did! Why the hell didn't you answer? Never mind that. Just get your ass down to the office right now!
I'm sorry, but why would I do that? I no longer work at your company, remember?
Cut the crap! I don't have time for your attitude! Just get down here and help fix this disaster!
Disaster? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Oh, where do I start? Ever since you left, the clients I took over, your clients, have been pulling out one after another. They're canceling their contracts left and right.
Wow, sounds rough.
Don't play coy with me. I personally reached out to all of them, introduced myself as the new account manager, and every single one of them said the same damn thing. They only want you, not me, not anyone else, you.
Well, that's flattering, I suppose.
Flattering? It's a goddamn nightmare! We're bleeding clients, revenue's dropping by the hour! You need to come back. You need to talk to these clients and convince them to stay!
Let me get this straight. You want me to come back after you stole credit for my work, stole my girlfriend, framed me for embezzlement, and got me fired? And now that your plan's falling apart, you expect me to bail you out?
We don't have time for your sarcasm. The company is going under. Look, you're jobless now, right? You've got nothing to lose. Come back and I'll make this whole firing thing disappear.
Tempting offer, but no, I'm actually not unemployed, thanks.
What?
Yeah, I got a new job right after leaving. Turns out the people over at Golden Company, remember them? They were very interested in hiring me.
Wait, what? Golden Company, the big client?
The only one that hasn't canceled their contract with your company yet, yes. I went to say a proper goodbye and, well, they weren't too pleased to hear how and why I was let go. One thing led to another, and now I'm with them, senior manager position.
Senior manager? You're joking!
I'm not. They valued my work. They trusted me. Even said there's no way I could have done what you accused me of. Funny, isn't it, that a client knew me better than my own company did?
No way! No freaking way! This isn't fair! You had the talent, the client, and the girl! I took everything from you! How the hell are you the one who lands on top?
Because you tried to rise on someone else's work instead of doing your own. You lied, cheated, and manipulated your way into a corner. People notice those things, Randy. Clients notice, colleagues notice. Sooner or later, it all comes crashing down.
Shut up! I don't need a damn lecture from you!
You sure about that? Because, thanks to my position at Golden Company, I've been asked to weigh in on whether or not to continue doing business with your firm. My opinion holds a lot of weight right now.
Wait, what? No, you can't be serious.
Dead serious. So maybe tone it down. Maybe start begging a little more convincingly.
Okay, please. I'm sorry. I messed up, okay? I was jealous. I wanted what you had. Your success, your relationship, your respect. So I stole it. I framed you. I admit it. Just don't let this happen to the company, please.
Wow. Where do I begin? You speak to a client like we're college buddies, strike one. You act like I owe you something, strike two. And honestly, just being you is probably strike three.
Come on, man, you can't do this to me. If Golden Company pulls out, we're finished. I'm finished.
I guess that's karma. You wanted the rewards without doing the work. Now you're reaping what you sowed.
Please, I'm begging you.
Sorry, Randy. This is where the ride ends for you. I hope this experience teaches you something, though I doubt it will.
Wait, Chris, come on, man, just give me another chance.
No more chances. Be honest, be accountable, and maybe, just maybe, you won't crash so hard next time.
Chris, don't do this, please.
Goodbye, Randy. Best of luck. You're gonna need it. After everything that happened, I blocked Randy's number without hesitation and terminated all contracts I had with his company. I wasn't going to give him even a sliver of access to me anymore. He had burned through every last ounce of trust I had. And at that point, cutting ties was the only logical step left. It didn't take long for the consequences of his actions to catch up with him. Once I canceled my end of the deal, the fallout spread fast. Other clients, seeing my departure, started pulling out as well. His company, heavily dependent on those partnerships, took a massive financial hit almost overnight. Without the contracts, their revenue dried up, and it was like watching a dam burst. Everything Randy had tried to build, or rather manipulate his way through, began to crumble. Naturally, his higher-ups started investigating. The success he had always boasted about suddenly didn't add up under scrutiny. People started asking where those numbers were really coming from, and it became clear he'd been riding on the accomplishments of his subordinates. Not only had he been taking credit for their work, but he had also tried to pin some financial discrepancies on them, including the very same misuse of funds he had orchestrated himself. When it all unraveled, the truth came out fast and brutal. The company had no choice. Randy was terminated immediately. Not just fired, he was dismissed with cause. A full-blown disciplinary dismissal. No severance, no references, just a permanent black mark on his record. After everything, he got exactly what he deserved. Then, almost predictably, my ex-girlfriend came crawling back. Apparently, when Randy lost his status and income, she dropped him like a hot coal. I suppose the appeal of dating someone powerful disappears quickly when they become jobless and disgraced. And of course, she thought she could just come back to me like nothing had happened. She messaged me like we were old friends, acting like the past didn't matter, but I shut that down immediately. I made it perfectly clear there was no place for her in my life anymore. She had made her choice, and now she had to live with it. Honestly, part of me couldn't help but laugh at how quickly people reveal their true colors when their convenience is threatened. It really does make you wonder, are there any genuinely loyal people left out there? Guess it's just the rare ones who stand tall when everything falls apart. As for my previous employer, the one where Randy and I had first crossed paths, they eventually reached out to me. They issued a formal apology and agreed to pay me the severance I was owed, along with a generous settlement. It was clear they were terrified I'd take legal action. I could have, of course. I had the evidence. But in the end, they settled things amicably, begged me not to sue, and made it clear they wanted the entire ordeal swept quietly under the rug. At first, I was angry about being forced out. It felt unfair. I had poured so much of myself into that job, only to be pushed aside because of someone else's lies. But in hindsight, maybe it was the best thing that could have happened. Leaving that toxic environment opened up doors I never would have noticed otherwise. The new job I found is worlds apart. The work is meaningful, the team is supportive, and, best of all, I'm actually respected here. It's a place where effort is recognized, where honesty isn't just a corporate buzzword, but something people live by. The pay is excellent, sure, but it's the environment that really makes the difference. I don't wake up dreading the day anymore. I wake up feeling like I belong, like I'm building something real. Looking back, it's wild how everything unfolded. If someone had told me a year ago that I'd be in a better position professionally and personally after getting caught in such a messy situation, I would have laughed in their face. But here I am, thriving in ways I never thought possible. I think the biggest lesson I took away from this whole ordeal is to trust my instincts more. There were red flags with Randy early on, moments when something felt off, when his praise felt too hollow or his numbers too good to be true. But I ignored them. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because it was easier than rocking the boat. Never again. From now on, I'll call things out when they don't feel right. And relationships? Well, let's just say I've raised the bar. My ex showed me what it looks like when someone values comfort over commitment. I won't make that mistake twice. The next person I let into my life will have to earn it, and they'll know that loyalty, honesty, and integrity matter more to me than charm or status ever will. As for Randy, last I heard, he's struggling. Jobless, rejected by most of his peers, and apparently going from one failed job interview to the next. Rumor has it he can't even hold down a part-time job, let alone land anything in the corporate world again. The kind of damage he did isn't something that can be swept under the rug. He's burned too many bridges, and now the consequences are chasing him with a vengeance. Some mutual friends told me he's been reaching out to old classmates, me included, begging for loans, help, even job referrals. I didn't respond, neither did most people. The funny thing is, if he had owned up to his mistakes early on, if he had just once taken accountability, someone might have offered him a second chance. But now, he's on his own, and honestly, that's probably how it should be. This whole experience has reshaped how I see the world. I used to think that if you just kept your head down and worked hard, the right people would notice, that integrity alone would carry you through. But now I know it's not that simple. You have to fight for what's right. You have to stand up even when it's uncomfortable and protect your values. I'm in a good place now. The people around me are solid, the work is fulfilling, and I finally feel like my efforts are going towards something meaningful. And I won't forget what it took to get here. So, yeah, what started as a nightmare ended up being the wake-up call I didn't know I needed. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but for the first time in a long time, I'm actually excited about what's coming next. Here's to better days, clearer judgment, and not letting the snakes back in. In the weeks that followed, I found myself thinking a lot about the kind of people I'd let into my life. It wasn't just about Randy or my ex. It was about the entire environment I had been part of. So many people smiling to your face while plotting behind your back. It made me question not only their intentions, but my own judgment. How had I let things get that far before finally pushing back? I started reconnecting with friends I had grown distant from over the years. People who had always been genuine, even if we hadn't spoken in a while. They were the kind of people who reached out not because they wanted something, but because they cared. Those relationships became my anchor. In the chaos that had been the last year, they reminded me of who I used to be, before all the office politics, betrayals, and corporate ladder games twisted my sense of direction. I've also taken steps to mentor a few younger colleagues at my new job, not because it's expected of me, but because I remember what it felt like to have no one looking out for you while sharks circled nearby. If I can help someone avoid the traps I fell into, then maybe all of this wasn't for nothing.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.